Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 121 of the Red Force Podcast. My name's Eric Tolado. Joining me today, Christian Tolado.
We here.
We out here,
We out here
as they say.
on a week with no chapter. Talking shit, hanging out, doing what we do.
Thunderdome special.
The Thunderdome is special. Now Eric, in his infinite wisdom,
Yes.
decided to do a Thunderdome special. Didn't consult me in how this would work. Opening up the floodgates,
Christian, we do everything here on the fly, right?
gathering the relevant possible matchups
I wasn't
for this
expecting
episode.
By
Absolute nightmare.
by no means were we gonna do 30 of them, because that would have taken
No.
8
I
hours.
had to go through all of them. I picked the ones that fit the power scale tiers and that they were possible to do with the phone.
Now, normally this is reserved for the $5 up patrons to submit their Thunderdome situations. Christian, did you take
We did.
those into priority?
Yes. They have to be
A
possible.
little taste for the people out there
A
who
little
want to do it.
taste of what this feels
The
like.
Thunderdome gives you.
Having a little skin in the game
Mhm.
with the Thunderdome.
Now, subscribe to the channel, like the channel,
Yes.
like the video, in fact.
Yes.
And share it with your friends, you know? We're on iTunes. Every people on iTunes, you get some reviews. Do I look at the reviews? I don't know.
I thought you were going to look
Where
at the
can I
reviews.
find these reviews? I don't think I see any.
You just go to Apple Podcasts and look at the series.
You know how it is. Alright. Anyway,
5-star reviews. We maybe will read them on the show if Eric works out how it works. You know how
and
it
yeah,
is.
people in the comment section cut the front of the video where the timestamps. Yes, they're coming back. All right,
We do cut here's the thing about cutting the front of the video.
go on.
YouTube takes like 8 hours to cut it off.
Yeah,
We use the YouTube
a
editor.
little
We do it.
a little wrinkle in the live stream situation.
Well, we could go standby using the YouTube standby,
But that's a big mistake.
but Eric doesn't know how to work it. So
It's a problem.
if Eric learns how to use it, it'll solve that problem.
Sure.
That's all I'm saying.
Uh,
What's going on? King U of Lightning hosting the top 20 One Piece Girls live stream in 2 weeks.
we are trying to get King Raycon on the show again.
We're trying.
He was supposed to. The plan was this week, but
Hard times.
couldn't make it. Not his fault. He just.
Timing. You know.
We want our boy back. You know, our favorite guest.
Favorite guest, King Rico.
Dritz keeps on showing his face on the stream.
No one will be allowed in this episode.
No one's allowed.
Alright? The episode is locked off and closed off.
No,
Alright?
we haven't had a traditional guest in a while since we've been doing these live streams, Christian.
That's true.
Because people keep on popping in.
Yeah.
I like to keep it to one guest a month. All right, get the plebs intake
Okay.
once a month, and by plebs, of course, I mean other YouTube content.
Yeah, of course. Dritz.
Dritz, King of
Silvers.
Lightning, Silvers,
You know, Brago.
Brago, you know,
Yeah. Name you.
any of them.
Any of them. Alright? So,
We might be getting back to that normal schedule
yeah.
because people want to jump in, they want to chat, they want to hear what we have to say live.
Yeah.
All right, but maybe we reserve it more as we ramp up into this war, Christian. I imagine there's going to be extreme takes every week. We're here to give you the real take.
It's gonna be an absolute nightmare during this war. In this era.
But we're here to give you the realistic take, Christian.
Yeah.
A legitimate take.
But all I'm saying is, imagine Marineford, but it's this era
Live.
of YouTube, this era of coverage. Alright?
Breaks in there.
It's gonna be crazy. Every week we're gonna hear what happened to
Now,
this off-screen clash.
apparently we have a chapter
Next week.
Next week. COVID destroying the only thing we truly love.
True.
All right. What's the schedule? What's going on?
There's all sorts of rumors and news. I'm just gonna go by the official viz. If there's no chapter next week, there's no chapter next week.
Oh, my
you know?
friend speaks Japanese. He lives in Japan. He knows what's going on.
Yeah.
All those situations that we just ignore.
Yeah. So, Viz says next week.
So we'll see.
That's all we have to go on. Alright. Now, Eric, what's the date today?
What's the date?
Yeah.
20th
20th.
of April.
That means you have 11 days to bring
Some
out
11
cast
days.
laws.
Will it happen?
Will it happen?
Who
It
knows?
does look like it's gonna happen.
I don't know. We'll see.
It does look like it's gonna happen. No work has been done on it for the last week.
That's not true.
No work has been
That
done.
page is done.
One page is
Well,
done.
it's a double page spread, so
One page is done out of the entire chapter.
sure.
So he promised the people April 1st. What was it?
May 1st.
May 1st.
We'll see if it happens. I'm doing other things.
Eric is the king of broken promises.
That's
Where is
The intro?
that new animated intro you promised for episode 100?
Maybe it'll happen for
Where
200.
is it? Where is it?
You
Alright,
know,
you keep on promising people stuff and then not delivering.
it's difficult, you know.
The man who undelivers.
Sure.
And then of course it's me who's putting out content every week. Alright?
Mhm.
Please. Go over to Webtoons. Click the link below. Alright? Subscribe to Shadow Soul. Let's get this baby over 100 subs. Alright? Let's get it over 100. Alright?
Alright.
Let's do it. Alright. So that's the bullshit out of the way.
When is it that you get recognized by the Webtoons cabal?
Will it ever happen? You know?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Thunderdome.
Thunderdome
Special.
special. I guess we'll hit the Thunderdome, transition. We'll move on. Now, the Thunderdome.
Yes.
Now, apparently a lot of people don't know how this works.
Okay. You want to explain it to
By
them?
reading the comments, a lot of people don't know how it works.
Sure.
I'll tell you why. Because Eric puts out Thunderdome Special. Put your matchups in the comments below.
With the link.
With the link to the pale scale. People giving me pre-time skip Crocodile versus X. People giving me Prime Whitebeard versus X. People giving me matchups that don't make sense.
Whitebeard is on the power scale along with Ace.
Sure.
So what do you...
That's fine.
How do you do dead characters? Do you do them when they died? Do you do them prime?
When they died. Well, we know. Not Prime. We don't do Prime.
Okay.
Alright, because then we have to do Prime Rayleigh, Prime Garp, Prime Son Goku.
We've seen old Rayleigh do more than prime Rayleigh.
Yeah. So, question mark
I
still
don't even think prime Rayleigh lifted a finger in that flashback.
There's legends, alright?
Hmm.
Of the Rocks incident.
But we did see Gold Roger do some shit,
We did.
which is crazy.
Gold Roger. Crazy.
Unexpected.
Exactly.
Alright, who's first?
Who's first on the list from Patreon?
Mm-hmm.
If you go over,
Chuck us a few
Patreon.
bucks.
chuck us a few bucks, run your bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little taste this week, alright? Get a little taste. Alright. From MBDD.
Mm.
First one, Ace versus Oven. It's just gonna break down to who has the hotter flames.
Does it break down to rank?
Does it break down to rank? Does it break down to experience? Bounty?
Do we know the bounty of Oven on hand?
Oh. I think it's around for one.
Do we even get the bounty?
I think we did in some roundabout way.
Okay.
Alright. Live chat, tell me the bounty of Oven if it exists.
Alright.
Because that might come into play.
So we know he's got that heat. Alright.
Fire fruit versus the heat fruit. I'm guessing the heat fruit is just the fire fruit Paramecia version.
Sure.
Yeah.
Can't really shoot fireballs, but does have eye beams.
It does have
Kinda.
eye beams. But there's some bullshit math we can talk about with is like how hot is Oven because
I'm sure if 300 mil people.
300 mil people saying, okay, well that says something.
Sure.
But if we talk about Oven,
Of course, Ace fought Jinbei for 5 days.
That's
Can't
true.
forget about that.
but let's talk about Oven, right? Because we can talk about some science, math bullshit where it's like, how hot does Oven have to be to instantly boil an ocean?
Would Ace's Entei do the same thing?
Unshown, unproven.
It is the size of an island.
How hot does Oven get? Because we saw in the classic Alkaudi versus Ace, no mention of Haki.
The magma is
Magma
hotter.
Coon
Therefore you get
said,
burnt.
"My magma is hotter than your flames, therefore you get burnt."
Which is, you know, whatever.
Whatever.
Does my name get frozen because Aokaiji's colder?
Same logic would apply
Sure.
if we're going on by that. Alright?
Now, we'll humour this for a little bit, but I'm sure we're just going to give it to Ace because, you know,
Now,
second commander.
sure, Oven and Ace both have Haki, and that's confirmed. But we never really see it from both of them.
True.
You have to assume the Logia factor.
I mean, he doesn't even one-shot like Watsutsume. What is it?
What assume?
Watsutsume with the heat.
Well,
beams.
neither does Jinbei, neither does Sanji.
Sure.
Alright,
Is he knocked out? You know, he's a big boy. Can't stop. We can't do much against Sanji. Who does he beat? Pound? He's basically doing everything in that little section there,
Yeah.
Chocolate Town, but
He
can't stop Capone's ship. Ace blew up many a galleon with his fire fist.
That's true, but he tried to stop with his hands. Didn't really shoot fire attack at
He
it.
can't shoot fire.
You can shoot fire.
Oven.
Air, fire, beams.
Can't do Ace shit.
Can't do Ace shit.
Ace
That's
has
true.
a range advantage, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, but the heat vision.
What's the distance on that heat vision?
We don't know the distance on the heat vision, how it works, how far it goes.
Oven to get fucked up by Eden Ichiji.
Yeah, but he didn't go down. Oven's a tank.
He's a tanky boy, but Ace fought Jinbei 5 days. And Jinbei's got that fisherman karate.
And that Haki.
Yeah.
Shark skin, how can we forget?
And that brother true will,
Sure.
which counts.
Sure, that does count.
Which is
But Ace did lose to a fresh Blackbeard.
Blackbeard powerful.
Now, is Oven losing to the same Blackbeard? Because Oven a tank, not the same. Wouldn't have the same weaknesses.
Glass cannon, Christian. All Logias.
According to Blackbeard, Ace is not used to getting hit. Therefore,
Is this going to apply to the Admirals? Or
broken.
we still in that? Is that a
no,
situation?
that's not applying to top tiers.
Is that a situation of?
Oh no, that's not
Is
applying
that
to
a
top
situation of like prey time skip where all Logias are glass cannons to make up for it?
tiers.
Is that the situation? Because look at it now, Crocodile, Ace, even sure he fought Blackbeard.
But
Blackbeard powerhouse, Christian.
would you say Blackbeard was stronger than Ace in that situation, or it was a gimp?
What do you mean by gimp?
His Devil Fruit. The Devil Fruit was a bad. Devil Fruit matchup was bad. Was Blackbeard stronger than Ace?
Karate
at that fight?
Karate chop almost broke Ace's neck. So
Said by Ace.
You gotta give something to Blackbeard.
Blackbeard's got that strength and that tankiness.
He's been in lurking, Christian.
Yeah.
Shanks says he's been lurking.
Yeah. That's true.
We're talking about Ace and Oven though. I think I'm gonna
That's
get
what I'm
fucked
trying.
up.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I think Oven will get fucked up by Blackbeard at that point.
But yeah, we're gonna have to give it to Ace because we're gonna have to assume the Logia fruit is hotter
Now, did
than the oven fruit.
did Blackbeard have those
The
sea stone
heat
cuffs to capture Ace on him?
He beat the
or-
fuck out of him and then whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So Ace gets a W here. We're gonna have to give it to Ace because this commander status for Jinbei for 5 days. The heat thing is weird. Like, is Oven hotter than Ace?
I think Oda did a better situation with Oven, understanding how hot this man is. It's a weird thing with like anime where you
The fire don't
manga
really
where it's,
work
fire
like fire.
doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, alright, Sanji's hot, but what does burning people mean?
Bird gets through
'Cause
defenses.
you can't burn Odin, you know.
Sure, because of his tough skin.
But then we hear like Akainu penetration damage because of the heat. You know.
This is the magma. Apparently, the magma fruit the hottest fruit.
So
I guess it goes magma, fire, heat. Order of hot. You would assume.
sure.
So we're gonna give it to Ace. First one, we'll give it to Ace. Now,
Next.
from Ethereal 14.
Mm-hmm.
Smoothie versus Queen. Both second commanders.
Both kind of blind matchups.
Both kind of hearsay matchups. We do know more about Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Queen does have more feats.
All Smoothie's done is really shoot water beams.
Shoot water beans. She can grow using water. She can dehydrate people.
Juice, Christian.
Juice people with the juice fruit.
Yeah, if Queen gets juice, does he get buffed? Because he turns into a
Slim.
skinny Queen.
Skinny Queen.
When's that SPS coming out, by the way?
It's out.
Is that official?
No, because the official volume is out.
When's it? What's it usually the distance?
I think it's close.
Right.
Not really sure.
Like skinny queens in that.
Yeah,
SPS.
the skinny queen.
Yes.
Yeah. But
All right, dinosaur form. You know, we talk about the Asian Zoans.
the stamina, the beefiness, the strength.
Don't know Haki on both situations. Never seen a beast pirate use Haki.
That's factual.
That still hasn't been shown, Christian.
Yeah.
Do they have it? Or are they just Beastie Boys?
Yeah. So, look, Queen has the bigger feats. Slammed around by Big Mom.
Got up.
No Haki, raw physical. Right? See, again, we go back, and it annoys me that people think Sanji can beat Queen on his own. With Big Mom, the raw physical strength,
Punch him in the head.
punishment, and Queen gets back up within, let's say, 5
A
minutes.
reasonable amount.
A reasonable amount of time.
Cop that L.
Copped that out, but he got up because of the Asian Zoan stamina and raw physicality.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And also, the characters in Wano keep on saying it. It's not like Oda has forgotten.
Yeah, it's not like it's us making it up.
Yeah.
Everyone keeps on saying it.
Yeah.
Everyone keeps
Law.
on saying the Asian Zoans have insane strength and stamina and physicality. Everyone keeps on saying it. Everyone. It's not we're making this up. It's been stated multiple times. Even like regular Zoans. And let's not even talk about if they have awakening or not. Because apparently that adds the next level.
But, you know, we're
Set it
talking
impel down.
mindless abilities. We don't know.
We don't know if
Can
that's
that overcome?
Chopper overcame it or whatever. Like,
Luffy gonna get awakening next arc, right?
some
No
point.
one's even talking about it.
But let's talk about the Smoothie Queen matchup.
I don't even know where to start, really.
You could say Smoothie's a swordsman.
We're gonna have to do some adjacent scaling here.
Both second commanders, Queen has a way higher bounty. I'm not saying bounty equals strength.
What's Queen's bounty, Christian?
Queen's bounty
1.3.
1.3, Smoothie's is 800.
Mm-hmm.
So Queen got a way larger bounty.
Sure.
Alright, so that's a factor. Is it relevant in this matchup? The problem is, they both haven't really done anything. But we have seen more from Queen, the defenses. Can Smoothie
What about the
cut
diseases and shit? Can they be juiced out of her
that?
body?
They can be juiced out. If she can juice out poison from Reiju,
Okay.
Queen's bullshit viruses aren't doing anything against Smoothie. Alright? So we can take that out of the equation. Alright?
Queen's not really quick. Lumbering kind of... He will get juiced.
Their neck is getting juiced.
Now, is this some kind of a transformation thing? You get grabbed, you get juiced. Do you need the strength to twist someone up? Or do you just turn into a somewhat sponge-like substance to be able to get juiced? We don't know, Christian.
Now, I'm pretty sure Cracker was 800 and Smoothie was more like 900.
But not like Queen.
But not as
not
high
over
as
a bill.
Queen.
It's not over a bill.
It's not over a bill. That's what I remember.
Sure.
Yeah. So, I'm leaning towards Queen.
930 mil, Christian.
Yeah,
according to
930.
Chat.
Alright. Corrections. It's hard to remember about it.
Queen's higher than Katakuri, but no one's saying Katakuri's
Katakuri is weaker than Queen. But some people are.
Okay.
That's ridiculous. I feel like this matchup, because Smoothie seems like she's got the X factor with the juice fruit. because it directly counters Queen's plague bullshit.
Yes.
And Queen doesn't really have that X factor. He's got that raw physicality of that Zoan fruit. I'm gonna give this one to Smoothie.
Alright.
Because I think Smoothie wins this matchup.
So, some kind of swordsman, some kind of ability with that.
She seems faster.
Seems like she can get big enough to, like...
There's
that
water in the
physical.
Thunderdome? There's water in the Thunderdome? She can absorb that?
She was juicing her own men to get that big. She wasn't absorbing the water.
We don't, what can she juice? What can't she
Trees,
juice?
rocks.
She can juice rocks.
That's
So
true.
she can juice the ground.
Alright.
I mean, like, is he juicing the vitality of the people?
A lot of meta situations going on
Yeah.
with this thing. A lot of meta questions here, Christian.
Yeah.
I think people underestimate the X Factor a lot.
And if she does juice you, does she get your vitality? So it's kind of like a doubling of strength, and you lose half your strength.
We don't know if we don't know the stats of Queen when she's big. Oh, not Queen, Smoothie when she's big.
But
What is the situation?
you could say,
If she drinks...
well, she's doing crazy like Mihawk level slashes when she's big.
Sure.
So, if she gets a hold of Queen, which I think she will, because Queen doesn't seem like the fast, speedy type character.
She's fat as shit.
Bad as shit. Queen grabs a hold of him, juices him, gets that vitality, increases her own strength. So she'll snowball in this situation. So I'm going to give it to Smoothie. I'm going to give this
Yes,
one to Smoothie.
Smoothie.
Alright. From Chris D. Please do Kizaru versus Kuzan. Borsalino versus Kuzan.
People in the chat confused. Of course, Katakuri would be Queen. And
Kazakuru's
Smoothie.
being Queen.
Maybe we said otherwise, but
I'm pretty sure
we didn't.
we did it. But yeah, Katakuri's being Queen.
Alright, Kuzan versus Borsalino.
He's written us a little
Spiel.
spiel about what he thinks about it.
Let's hear it.
So let's move over here a minute. Please do Kizaru versus Kuzan. Overall, I feel this matchup would be in Kizaru's favor. I feel in most matchups, Kuzan is the toughest person to fight, and his ice ability can freeze the landscape, lower your body temperature, or if he gets the chance, straight up freeze you. But that doesn't really come into play against a Logia like Kizaru.
Question for you, Christian. Will Kuzan ever freeze anyone solid other than Soul?
No.
So is that a factor?
You froze Jozu and Robin and
Luffy
and
Zoro.
shit.
But they
Solid.
fall out though.
Yeah, you fall out. You can fall out if you don't get shattered.
But he's talking about ice, fucking whatever,
Yeah, so I don't think
Ice Age.
Kuzan will ever get the chance to freeze up Kizaru. But that doesn't really come into play against a Logia like Kizaru, who can just phase through it. Even if Alkaid the Magma would be frozen.
Does
maybe.
temperature affect light? All these questions about these elemental Delphrids. See, people talk about Kizaru fucking light speed and all the variations of light.
Yeah.
They talk about Kuzan with absolute zero. All these things that Oda will never do.
Kuzan, Oda's never doing absolute zero.
People talk about Arcane blowing up the planet with the what the fuck was that thing in Strong World? What was it called?
The Dino Rocks.
Nah, there was like a chain of volcanoes.
Oh yeah,
They were gonna use the volcano rocks on. Whatever,
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, what about it?
That wouldn't work.
Oda's not doing it.
Yeah, bad plan, cheeky.
But light is a particle and a wave function. So particles are affected by cold.
Is this science with Christian?
Science time.
Yeah, do you know anything you're talking about?
Yes.
All right.
Light is both a particle and a wave. So particles are affected by temperature. but
Now
how
they
much?
both have swords. Will they get into a sword duel? Will they go fist to fist?
Okay.
What's the situation? What is all Kuzan does is grab people, freeze them, and then shoot
He's
like
not shooting. He
spears
shoot
at 'em.
ice and shit.
spear bird.
Now we both have to
ice
assume
bird.
they're both Haki Masters. They're both Admiral tier.
Then you're gonna take Z's words into account that all Bolsonaro does is use Del fruit. What does that? Does that count? Does that not
They
count?
all just use their devil fruit.
That's true.
They all just use their devil.
Now people like to say Kuzan's on that next tier up because of the Arcana thing. Thoughts on that?
Again, yeah, Kizaru is the only actual animal level character. I think it's a bad like Kizaru
Maybe,
theoretically. Because here's the thing, Kizaru theoretically should be the strongest emperor with his devil fruit.
Maybe next week we talk
Or strongest
about
admiral.
Haki blooming because there's a lot of bullshit out there that people just like to talk about.
Yeah.
So maybe we talk about that next week.
But in theory, right, Kizaru should be the strongest admiral just because of that light fruit.
But you know,
but in reality,
does Sengoku
like
suggest Kuzan just based on his justice? It seems like
he's definitely on that level.
of course, Kizaru's afraid of Ben Beckman.
All we can really say is matchup. That's all we can really say because
Fuck, man. Now he does break the ice with his light beams, with his light jewels in Marineford.
sure,
Does that
breaking
count?
the ice is fine. I don't know why that's not fine.
Does that count for anything?
I don't know, dude.
Clash with Rayleigh with the sword.
But Rayleigh's got that haki.
How do you see this going? Because we know Kizaru is kind of like a kick guy with a sword thing. Kuzan's like kind of like a ranged, like freeze you getting close. Is his main strategy to just freeze you? Like we see Akainu with like scars on his face. How'd they get it with those frost scars?
Yeah.
Did he grab a hold of him? Did he stab him? Like he does have an ice sword as well.
Here's the thing. Kizaru and Kuzan have never really shown to lose a fight or like get seriously damaged in a fight
Or like brawl.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say.
So it's hard to say because it's basically
because Akira's a little bit easier because we've got the whole Whitebeard thing. You know, the punishment. What it can do.
So we're just gonna have to go with matchup potential because they're both. You could say they're both on the same physical level. They're both on the same haki level. They're both on the same.
There was no separation before pro-time skip in their ability.
Yeah, I'll say it before, but theoretically, Kizaru should win every Admiral fight, like theoretically, because how is he ever getting hit with that light fruit? Like, we see him reform himself in Shibondi.
That always comes down to the question of like, but he wasn't cut with haki, so he can reform himself. If he was cut with haki, is he completely cut and can't reform? A lot of questions because Ace couldn't reform his body. There's a hole through it.
Sure, but we see him break apart partically and reform himself.
Is it the same thing as just like Zabo flying around with fire as his body?
No, because he turns into light. He reparticleizes.
But like Crocodile fucking gets hit and then reforms.
Yeah, you're not listening. I'm saying
same thing.
No, it's not because Kizaru breaks himself down and then reforms.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
I guess.
Like Kizaru's just
Does Katakuri not do the same thing when he like transforms into the ground and shit? When he goes into the donut?
The thing I'm saying is when Kizaru's on the ground in Shibondi, he breaks apart his body and reforms it particle by particle.
Sure.
It's not like it's a fluid motion, whereas he's just like teleports and then he's full.
Yeah.
So there's a whole bunch of question marks, theoretical question marks about Kizaru, speed of light, actual speed of light, physics. That's the thing.
When it's always these questions, I always divert to the class of Delphi rather than a specific ability, you know? Because, like, you'd assume it would work like all the other ones. He wouldn't. Why would he be special individually? But maybe he would.
Because he's a particle-based Logia.
But you'd assume that, like, you could kill the man. He wouldn't be infinitely reforming.
Well, you cut his head off with Haki, he's dead, but,
Scarred by Rayleigh. Blood came out, Just reform that scar,
He didn't get a chance to reform, So he has to get a chance to reform.
What are you leaning towards?
I'm leaning towards Kizaru just based off the theoretical shit with the light fruit.
People talk about Absolute Zero and shit with
Absolute Zero.
Kuzan.
Is that even a cold thing? Is that a physics thing?
Does the environment play into any effect?
If we're going to talk about Absolute Zero, he's stopping time and stopping himself, so he doesn't achieve anything.
Yeah.
So Absolute Zero, if you want to get down into the science of it,
but would he die and would Kizaru die?
Well, he's stopping time.
But he would be ice. And I guess Kizaru would freeze to death.
Absolute Zero is like not even like an ice thing. It's not even like a
It will
cold.
never happen.
It's not even an ice thing. It's like a fucking
Temperature thing, yeah.
temperature thing with
Where
like,
like the
no particles in
molecules stop
space.
vibrating.
It's so cold, particles stop vibrating. Therefore, time doesn't. Particles don't break down. Therefore, time isn't what dilation of time. Science with cold.
Science with Christian.
Absolute zero. Absolute zero.
Now, does all your science knowledge come from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
A lot of it does.
Okay.
But absolute zero, not happening. All right. The theoretical Kizaru light stuff. Like, yeah, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna go.
Some crazy people out there though say there's beyond light speed in One Piece already.
FTL shit. Nah. I'm gonna say nah on that one. So I'm leaning towards Kizaru on this just because of the Delphin matchup.
Do you give any... Now, if Juice was here, he'd just be screaming betrayal because of Mangwakun. Do you take that into account?
You do, but it's kind of that situation again where it's like, we don't know because Kizaru has never really been
Now,
tested.
Silver's saying dumb stuff like Kuzan doesn't have the ice fruit, he's got the cold fruit.
He has a Logia that turns him into ice.
Now, we're assuming
He's
that...
not oven.
You know,
He's not the oven of
assuming,
ice. He's not the oven of cold.
We're assuming both of them have pre-break, Rio...
Of course, that's the thing. They're both on the same level when it comes to terms of Haki.
In Marineford, they're on the same level. It's just what happens afterwards, you know?
Yeah. So, we're going to have to go Kizaru. Just based off theoretical Kizaru stuff. Because you have to say that Kizaru and Kuzan are on the same physical level.
I'm not impressed from what I've seen with Kizaru's fighting style.
Why not?
It's like, not Kizaru, Kuzan.
Oh, Kuzan, okay.
Because it's like, alright, is that like your only strategy is to like...
Shoot eyes, then get close.
Then grab people and freeze them?
It's a one-shot.
It is a one-shot, but is that all you got? He did fight, Akainu for 7 days or whatever. 10 days.
You would assume that Kuzan isn't as fast as Kizaru, right?
we do see Akainu pull out some martial arts moves against Whitebeard in Marineford. They didn't work.
I mean, isn't that anime only?
That is anime only, but we did see that kind of combination, and you just get swatted out.
I mean, people in the chat bringing up dumb stuff like the name of his fruit is the chill fruit, when he turns into ice people. He literally he turns into an ice Logia.
Akainu's fruit is a plume fruit.
Yeah.
So, you gotta stop. The devil fruits are basically named off the sound they make.
Yeah.
It's a glint fruit.
Yeah. What is a glint?
They're usually sound effects.
Kuzan, Kizaru. We're gonna have to go Kizaru just based off the theoretical. Because it's all here's the thing with the Admirals. It's all theoretical.
Fuck, man. Like, it's weird because everyone puts Kuzan and fucking Akainu on a pedestal when Kuzan copped that L.
Dumb shit in the chat right now. I'm sick of the dumb shit in the chat. Silvers, what are you talking about? He literally turns to ice. His body literally turns to ice. It's not that he chills himself so hard that he turns to ice. What does that even mean? Dumb. Alright?
We see him shatter and then reform.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Yeah, people like to put Kizaru and Kuzan and Akainu on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Because, Akainu is fucking whatever, and then it was a close fight, so you gotta put Kuzan there, but...
Okay.
And then people like King of Lightning want to say that, Kuzan's stronger because Kuzan had the disadvantage and almost won. With Delfruit.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know if that's real or not, because X cold equals X heat. Cancel each other out.
Now people say
it's not Pokemon.
People keep on saying like Kuzan got a level up after the time skip, but why didn't Kizaru get that level up? It's been 2 years. You don't know what he's been doing.
He does seem like a bum that just kind of hangs around.
I know, but like the base stats, like the Kizaru's never been tested. Like, how do we know?
He just kind of fucks up Fisher.
Like, they're both on the same level, and I'm just gonna say Kizaru just based off the time matchup. Unless you want to say Kuzan has absolute zero, and then you have to get into the whole science bullshit. So we're gonna go Kuzan. No, Kizaru.
Now, right? Are you the man? No, are you a type of guy that says Fujitora, Green Bull, Kizaru, Kuzan, all on the same level? Or do you separate them?
Yeah, they're all around the same level. I'm
And then
not separating them by tiers.
Then you put Akainu a
A
little bit.
low admiral, high admiral.
You put Akainu on
No.
that pedestal, though.
Akaino's in that pedestal because he seems
Now,
to be that
don't
villain.
get crazy.
No,
We're not getting crazy
We're not
over
getting
here.
crazy, alright.
With Akainu.
We're not getting crazy.
Alright?
Yeah.
But he copped the L, alright?
Yeah.
He copped it.
Yeah.
Lost a leg.
That's true.
Akainu just got a little bit of scarage.
Yeah. Missing an ear, kinda.
Missing a chunk.
Chunker out of his ear.
Was that a...
Well, we don't know if he's not missing a leg or an arm or not. Alright?
We'd have to reform with... I guess he could have a wooden one.
A rock arm.
Sure.
Magma cools.
I don't know about that.
Well, whatever. Akainu Magma Coon. Alright? So...
It's gonna be stupid when he's actually in the story and fighting someone and Oda doesn't put Haki on their elemental abilities and people are gonna be like,
It's hard.
Where's the black Haki? You do not understand.
I mean, he did for Katakuri. So...
It doesn't emit light.
But it's gonna be...
Real difficult.
It's just gonna be radiating the magma.
Now, we talk about how Oda's the master of lighting and how My Heroes were bad at it.
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna do black... I guess Kizaru, it all depends on the lighting. It doesn't really matter.
And the elemental effect coming off the fist. You just have the magma.
Yeah, you just have the fist
bubbles,
in Haki and then all the magma coming off.
Magma bubbles, all the smoke. With Kizaru, you just have
at some point
you just
we'll
have the
see.
ice effect around it.
Sure.
It's fine. All right, moving on to the next matchup. All right. Katakuri versus Trafalgar D. Waterloo.
Katakuri, next question.
How are you gonna say that Law even has a chance? Got
Alright,
fucked up by
Doflamingo.
Doflamingo. Fucked up.
Let's talk about that Delphi because Law's always got that X factor.
But it doesn't matter because
Yes.
Katakuri's a semi-Logia.
Now, he does have that ability that separates Logia abilities, so they can't reform,
That's not true.
but they can't reform.
That's not true. Trouble's not a Logia.
Yeah, I know, but it's like I can't reform. He could have controlled.
Trouble, complete garbage.
Yeah,
Alright?
but that's kind of the point of the ability.
Katakuri would absolutely... Katakuri
Future sight.
is the straight up canon
He'd
Law.
block Law with his Haki.
Block Law, according to Smoker...
Law's not even tenacious enough to dodge anything, so...
According to Smoker, you can block Law's ability if your Haki is strong enough. Katakuri Master Haki.
Utility...
And even if Katakuri gets hit by the Law cuts, he can just reform because he's a semi-Logia. Alright?
Stretch his, grab his
Easy.
own legs and shit with his
Puts
mochi.
it back on. It doesn't even
He's
matter.
awakened, so he maybe could just, go through the floor.
It's crazy how Law's Devil Fruit doesn't even matter against Logias.
Again, he's got that kind of weird ability that's intended for Logias that may or may not work, because it kind of worked on Trouble, and that was the point of it.
Yeah.
He's never going to hit with the Gamma Knife. Law's too slow.
And it's just pre-break.
And his combat is no good.
Pre-break.
His combat skill's no
The
good.
man got destroyed by Doflamingo.
Very little stamina, in fact.
Yeah.
Luffy's got blow for blow.
According, Law's Devil Fruit
Can we say he was fucked up the entirety of Dressrosa?
by Doflamingo.
Yeah. So I don't know if my comment about no stamina is fair or not, but
Well, Law's Devil Fruit takes up a lot of stamina.
Rome,
So he's not fighting for 12 hours.
sure.
We're going to have to get... This is an easy category.
Get out of here, Law.
Law, easy category. Alright.
I think they're in the same tier.
Yeah.
I guess because that stupid Delphi.
Yeah, we've already talked about this, but it's a terrible matchup for Law.
Bad, real bad.
Absolute terrible matchup.
You got to give him a slow,
See,
lumbering
Law-
individual
see,
like
Law-
Queen, like Jack.
like Zoro, that
can't-
kind of individual. You can't give him the speed, the future sight, the Logia body. You can't
It's
do
tough.
it. Can't do it.
Bad matchup for Law.
Bad matchup for Law. Alright. From Khaled. That was from Dream Mochi Boy, so I'm assuming he won a category.
Okay.
Alright. From Khaled. Now, are you writing down these victors?
No.
Because you're going to put him in the dock.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Maybe you should write them down.
Katakuri. Kuzan.
Yeah. No. Kizaru.
Kizaru. Katakuri, Kizaru.
Smoothie. And Ace.
And Ace.
Alright,
Alright,
write
last
it down.
one.
It's not the last one.
We got 6 or we got 5?
We got a few more.
Alright.
We've only got through 4.
We spent some time on the Admirals question. They take
The
some
Admiral
Take some
discussion.
time.
Yeah. from Colored. Garp versus Fujitora.
No, we're talking current.
We're talking
Garp.
current Garp.
Where do we put them? The Old Man trio, below Admirals, right? Yes.
Garp and Goku are still admirals in that admiral tier.
Okay.
Rarely he's not.
All right.
Famously.
Yeah.
Famously.
Bastard Devil Fruit has to be taken into account
I feel like the gravity isn't enough
to hold Garp.
to hold Garp down.
Raging Tiger warping reality. Luffy only able to take it because he's rubber, because he can bend with that gravity.
That's true. Well, we don't know that. We don't know what the Raging Tiger does. Blasts a big hole in the side of the mountain. Fujitora does have that.
He's able to selectively pick up stuff in the entirety of the fucking.
That's true. Now, did we say meteors are allowed in the Thunderdome? Meteors would pass through the Thunderdome.
Yes, I think we did say that.
Because things can pass through the Thunderdome. They can't go out.
Yes. But meteors wouldn't really affect Garp, I'd imagine.
It's just more about.
Now, Garp's got no cannonballs.
Garp the Fist, baby. Can't forget his moniker, Garp the Fist.
He'll be throwing mountains, he'll be throwing trees.
He'll be throwing his fists around.
He'll be throwing that statue. But Fujitora not worried about objects being thrown at him.
I think we have to say, like, just because of the Admiral law, like people say the Admirals are the strongest people in the Navy.
People underestimate Fujitora because of the whole Luffy debacle.
Sure.
But that Devil Fruit, and he fought at Azabo comfortably.
The thing is, right, do you say Garp's over the Admirals? We don't say that.
No.
We have never said that. You can look at our top 30 lists, right? Some people like Silvers would say Garp's the fourth of the verse. Mm-hmm. But that's not very smart, all right? So, it's hard. Look, Fujitora is an Admiral. He's got the strength. He's got the speed. He's got the haki, all right? Admiral. You could say Garp, same level. But Fujitora has that Devil Fruit, X Factor, and that swordsmanship.
That high level observation haki.
High level observation haki. Alright? High level.
Real observation haki, unlike Anel.
Yeah.
It's got that real stuff, Christian.
So, we're going to have to go Fujitora on this one, I think.
Now, Prime Garp, different story. We're not talking about Prime Garp.
Yeah.
Alright? People forget, the man says he's taken a step back. 50% less strength.
50%.
Significant.
That's significant.
It's real significant.
We're going to have to go Fujitora on this one. Mm-hmm. Alright. From Messop, Noland versus Bartolomeo.
War of attrition with Bartolomeo, as always.
The Thunderdome.
How long... Now, we all famously know Nolan has tremendous cutting ability.
Yeah, but you can't cut that barrier. Odin could not cut that barrier.
Why people sort of versus think being unbreakable? I don't understand what the issue is.
Odin with Enma cannot cut the barrier, but can cut Kaido. What do you think about that?
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable barrier. But
no,
Bardo does not have any
attack power.
Attack power. And the environment doesn't really help him out here, right?
He can do the bubble and stuff.
How did Kagura and Nolan fought?
Yeah, he's got bombs.
For days. Was it days? They fought for a long time. Alright?
Kagura was stuck under that thing for how long? Or was that Nolan stuck under? Who's stuck under the thing?
Someone was stuck under the thing, alright?
Under the earthquake or whatever.
Yeah. So, Nolan's very strong.
Able to cut that snake. Zolo ain't able to cut that snake.
See, this is the problem with all Bardo matchups.
I don't see him winning one.
Hard. Because
he beat Gladius, but
because he locked him in the barrier
Gladius
zone.
kind of like blew up himself, you know.
But he wasn't really affected by that, and then Bardo bonked him in the head.
No, how strong is a Barry no pistol?
It one-shot Gladius, I guess. But Gladius, yeah.
But Nolan's good, but like,
I mean, the barrier's unbreakable, so it's war of attrition.
Sure.
We just have to sit there until Barb drops the barrier, basically.
Or goes for an attack and slips up, you know?
Yeah. So we're gonna... The speed.
Stuck for half a day, apparently.
The speed.
Okay. I don't know about speed.
We know he has the slashing abilities. This is the thing about Thunderdome.
We try and imagine the actual fight.
Because if Barto stalls, we know the barrier can be moved.
Yes.
Does Nolan have the ability to throw the barrier and Barto into the ocean, into the water?
No.
Because if we're talking war of attrition, Nolan's gonna have to work out how to beat it.
Significant strength is required to move this boat. Not even the King Punch
Not
can
even the
move
King
it.
Punch can move.
Significant strength is required.
But Nolan is a smart man. Are we talking about making some sort of fulcrum and leverage?
Now, would he lie and say he knows Monkey D and then go for the sneak attack?
Would he
'Cause
work that
is
out?
Nolan.
Nolan would have to work that out. Alright? Because I don't know if
But
Barto...
Barto would be trying to dish out the merch.
Or would Barto be in his punk phase when he's not talking about Monkey D?
Well, he'll be cut a knife to his throat, being like, "You got to buy the merch," as we saw.
Okay, so Barto's trying to sell merch, and Nolan's works out that he loves this man, and fools him with his lying. He's not really a liar though.
He's a truthful man.
He's a truthful man, which is not really the point.
He's a smart man.
He's a smart man. Fucking, I hate these bad matchups with Barto.
Barto not the most patient individual,
No.
but would his devil fruit allow him to be patient? Would his fingers start to cramp?
Apparently, that's the only way the barrier goes down.
Yes.
If his fingers start to cramp.
Or toes?
Or toes. Or whatever. So, I'm going to say Nolan works it out. Because I don't think Barto has the physical speed capabilities to really hit Nolan, to trap Nolan against the wall.
Would Barto become impatient? Because Nolan's just chilling, Barto's using stamina.
Yeah.
You know? With that. So I guess Nolan will just chill out until Barto makes a move. And then cut him.
Can't forget about Nolan cutting that snake.
Mm-hmm.
Alright? A power.
So we'll give it to Nolan.
We'll give it to Nolan. Alright, moving on. From Lord Zarkon. Full body versus Kokoro.
Full body. Kokoro.
Boy, male woman from Water 7.
I don't remember any combat feats from this woman. Is there some against Spandime in the past, against the old CP?
Does she get electrocuted by Nami?
Fuck. I can't remember
Kokoro.
what she even does.
Fishman, 10 times strength.
But this man did one shot Yozakon Johnny.
The man did what I'm the man who could also defeat Yozakon Johnny.
Could you defeat full body? Or would that be a fight?
That's a fight for the ages.
Okay.
Full body Iron Knuckle is no joke. Alright? No joke.
Yes. People memeing about that snake in the chat, by the way. Zolo couldn't cut that snake.
It's a massive snake, people.
Okay.
Alright? Zolo would have to go through the time skip to cut that snake. And that's factual. Alright? So,
Kokoro,
full body.
full body. Full body, ultimate meme. But Navy training now. Don't think about full body in Baratie.
No, full body right now, who also is equally as trash.
Yeah, probably.
Kokoro's not a combatant. You know?
Old.
Old,
Somewhat old.
grizzled, you could say.
Experienced, maybe.
Experienced, maybe, in combat. Alright? She's a secretary to Tom. Alright? Does that mean anything?
Does she have any Gold Roger secrets?
Who knows? Alright?
We can't give full body the win. Is Kokoro even on the list? I doubt it.
Nah, it probably is.
I doubt that she's
I
on the
probably
list.
brought it up as a meme. Look at the Lolo.
We might have to do full body with someone else. I don't think she's on the list.
It's a trash. It's probably trash. Full body.
I don't see that. Why were we?
Kokoro's there.
How?
Why did I put Kokoro on the list? We put Kokoro on the list. Alright? So, we're going to go full body.
Are there any weapons?
Full body.
Any Fishman karate?
There's no indication.
We'll go full body.
We'll go full body. Alright? Full body wins that round.
Now, full body in Django with Hina, right?
Yes.
In Hina's unit.
Yes.
That's an owl.
That's definitely an
That's
L.
an owl.
Alright? Now,
Hucking in that Garp unit, you know?
the final matchup.
Alright.
Stelly versus the Thunderdome itself.
Owl.
Stelly somehow kills himself in the Thunderdome.
Easily. He'd panic.
Falls in the water, smacks his head on a rock, falls over.
No chance. He'd get scared of the situation and just kill himself eventually.
Stelly versus the Thunderdome. Stelly loses.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so Stelly, we have completed the first bracket.
Stelly Thunderdome wins.
Himself.
Thunderdome wins.
Thunderdome wins. Alright, there you go. Alright, that's that. Alright.
Next. Shanks.
How strong is Shanks? Moving on. How strong is Shanks?
Yes.
Every week.
Every week.
We come to you with the question of how strong is Shanks? And every week we answer. Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King. But there are people out there who think Kaido's the strongest. Who think Dragon's the strongest.
Never.
Who think Sweatiest man on the planet Alkaino's the strongest. Never forget. Never forget. There are people who think Mihawk's the strongest. And there are people who think Aimer's the strongest. And they're all incorrect. They're all incorrect. Say the strongest, say the God King. And every week, we bring 100% factual information to the table to prove this fact. Here's the evidence is. Shanks is so strong that he created the Thunderdome. Hence why no one can escape the magic of the Thunderdome. It's built by the God King. No one can escape it.
Correct.
Alright? There you go. Alright. Moving on to topic of the show. Eric's bullshit sea stone logic he's trying to concoct. Alright?
Alright.
Eric.
Now,
You've been bagging on. Trying to theorize, trying to craft.
some kind of sea stone situation.
Yeah.
Alright, where did this come from? Christian just kind of put this on me. It's not really like a big deal.
Sure, just, it's interesting.
Think about what King of Lightning's saying with, like, Kaido's invincible. How does it make sense that he's captured and escapes from the Navy? Why isn't he killed? I always remind him that the quote is, cannot be killed, not cannot be damaged, but he seems to ignore that question. Now, investigation into Sea Stone commenced.
Sure.
Someone brought up to me Shaky Christian some 20 years ago.
That's true.
In Impel Down, with the Sea Stone cuff on his leg. Had to cut him off to escape.
Yes.
Why would you leave his hands free? Is a Navy question.
Well, they learned, and they
Doflamingo's locked up.
They learned, and they strapped Doflamingo down.
Sure.
Right?
Other than that, no Sea Stone can be found from my recollection.
In the past.
We're
talking Noland.
Yes.
We're talking Gold Roger era.
Sure.
Right? Pre-Siki.
We think about the God Valley.
Sure.
38 years ago.
Sure.
Roger died 22 years ago.
Yes.
So there is a potential 6-year gap.
With no Sea Stone.
Where Sea Stone is being developed and Kaido is on his own.
Yeah. But...
Therefore, able to be captured, but can escape the Navy ships. Now, we do know that Sea Stone is somewhat a new technology that's being developed in the greater
Grand
world.
Line technology.
In the greater world.
Yeah.
Of like, outside one is question marks. How long have they had Sea Stone or the technology?
Yeah.
Relatively new technology, able to go through the calm belt with Sea Stone. relatively new.
Yeah.
Still can't make bullets. Need the Wino Craftsman for
Need
that.
the legendary Wino
To
Craftsman.
make nails and
The
bullets.
legendary Wino
So,
Craftsman, can't forget.
what would we call this property, Christian, that you can't make small things? Would it be brittle? Would it be
Yeah, brittle.
brittle?
I guess.
But unbreakable. Some kind of brittle in the cooling situation.
Whatever.
Tempering.
It's clearly
Now,
not just stone.
Was Vegapunk required to give the Navy sea stone? That's a question. Because when did Vegapunk join the Navy? Somewhere in the past with Judge.
Sure.
How long ago? Can't remember if there's any time frame given. But they were partners in some way.
We can't forget that Wino has existed, and seemingly the Wino craftsmanship would have been
Revered, Christian.
Centuries old.
Yes.
So does sea stone originate from Wano?
Is it an ancient history technology that
Yeah.
was lost and is slowly being brought
So
back?
basically, you try to make this thing so kind of being
Yeah.
captured makes sense.
Yeah, that's what basically is going on. What do you think?
I think that takes away from Kaido's legend.
It does, but on the other hand, we give some.
Context.
I guess we give some props to the Navy, some kind of leeway. Because if Kaido's escaping with Sea Stone on, what are you doing, Navy? You didn't bring.
What if Kaido's a master lockpick?
Sure.
Right, whoever did you think about that?
Use his horn to pick the lock.
Who knows? Did he use his little
Now,
claw?
Big Mom not necessarily drained of energy.
That's
with
what I
the-
was
with the
saying, like,
cuffs on.
Could Kaido
But
still?
she demanded they take them off. She was captured with them.
But she was also asleep. So was she actually captured?
It's not like she was wrapped up in Sea Stone as well. She only had the cuffs
Little
on when they were
cuffs.
talking, and she didn't seem to be too worried about it.
No, she wasn't. She
But
was.
Kaido demanded they take them off, so she was affected.
Was it a respect thing?
Yeah.
Because we see Luffy still active with Sea Stone on, but apparently only half the strength. Apparently not full strength Sea Stone.
Yes.
Now, is Kaido so strong that him having full strength Sea Stone doesn't matter? He could just bust through the ship anyway. Because the Sea Stone chains would have to be connected to something.
Yeah, and he
Can just rip that off the wall.
if he has the power, who knows?
That's what I'm saying. Like, because the Sea Stone has to be connected to
And
something.
then just whipping people with Sea Stone on. With
Yeah.
the Sea Stone chains on his hands.
Just rampaging through the ship.
But who's doing this shit? What? Who captured this man? You know? Was it a young
What's
Kuzan? Could he not retrieve him?
With Sea Stone.
Now, you'd imagine if there was no Sea Stone, he could just fly away.
Sure.
And just blow up the ships, you know?
Easy.
Easy.
Alright. So,
Little food for thought there. There is a gap in time where we don't know what's going on with tech. Something to think about.
it seems like, I don't think Sea Stone affects Kaido in some way, because how could they not kill him?
Yeah.
The tough
Where's
scales
the Sea Stone spears? Where's... Because, they tried to cut the guillotine.
didn't broke.
Now, this could all have happened some 20 years ago. This could have happened 30 years ago. This could have happened 2 years ago. Who knows when these events happened?
That's true.
It could have been a child that tried to kill him. Didn't work.
Yeah. I guess we'll find out in Kaido's flashback.
Maybe.
Of him just rampaging.
Kaidos. What the fuck's Kaidos? It's just a Rock's flashback, surely.
Yeah.
Surely he's an orphan on Onigashima and Rock picks him up.
Yeah.
Like every One Piece character.
Sure.
Somehow orphaned.
Alright. That's the topic of the show. Interesting food for thought.
Think about it. I don't know.
Think about it, because there's this gap in the story.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't make sense that Kaido was captured. Doesn't make sense. That's the question, right? That's the question. Now moving on to the question corner.
Sure. Questions.
Question corner. First question comes in from Hyphen Sama. What's your favorite passage from the Holy Book of Shanks? It would have to be.
Shanks is the strongest Shanks the God King.
It would have to be. The sum of all infinites passage is the greatest How Strong Shanks.
It's a long passage.
It's a long passage. But it explains his power.
Infinite to the power of infinite.
Infinite to the power of infinite.
Minus or positive.
Positive.
Both, Christian.
Well,
as we know.
That's true. As another
As has been
passage,
asked.
as another passage
Many-
states, because Shanks destroys Shanks.
Yes.
All right.
The sum of all infinites, negative or positive.
Sure. You know, I've explained it before.
Sure.
A perfect circle has infinite points.
Now,
A perfect sphere.
there's new theories on,
infinite.
what's going on with the theoretical physics and mathematics, Christian,
Sure.
about spinners, Christian, about infinite spinners. I think that rule applies nicely.
So the infinite spin.
Yes.
Uh,
Not, in fact, 360 degrees of rotation, but 720 degrees of full rotation.
That's right.
There you go.
Alright. So, again, the sum of all infinites, circle has infinite points, a sphere has infinite points times infinite points.
Yes.
Therefore, Shanks is the sum of all infinites.
Okay.
Right, therefore, you know, it is what it is.
Sure.
Alright. Next question from Dream Snake Jones. Coming, alright. This is a confirmation of Eric's seemingly racially charged comments from last
All right.
week.
Factually.
With the whole Pepsi Coke debate, and then he brings out that Pepsi's a black thing, which is like
Yeah,
okay.
because Silvers was saying he
All right.
likes Pepsi.
Alright, and now we have a man.
And I just recalled that some history on marketing on the
Okay,
Pepsi commercials.
this
Christian.
comes in from some man
Yeah,
who backs up your claims.
there we go.
Alright? Alright. From Dream Shake Jones. Coming from a black man, Pepsi is definitely a black thing.
There you go.
Right? It was campaigned to black communities in the 70s and 80s. Look at their commercials from that time. All of them took place in the hood with starring black celebrities. It was funny as hell though. So there you go.
Now my boys just disappeared.
Alright.
Threw me out of the bus. Didn't appreciate that.
Well, we didn't know the history, alright? We
yeah,
didn't know the
ignorant Christian.
history. Ignorant to the facts of the Pepsi.
There you go.
But I don't know if it's a thing today. Like, people, like...
Well versed.
Does the Pepsi propaganda...
Well, the parents buy it and the kids drink it.
But does the Pepsi propaganda run wild?
I think there was an ad recently that got pulled because it was like weird racial shit with minorities for Pepsi. They're always trying. They had the Pepsi Limone, trying for that Spanish community.
Pepsi always trying to just...
Look it up.
Pepsi's always trying to just grab
Because they can't have the major.
Because they can't have the Coke.
So they're trying to...
They're not Coke. Alright?
Everyone knows Coke's better.
Alright? So... There you go. I guess Eric was somewhat correct, but I don't know if that's
Translates
factual.
today.
I don't know if that's factual today.
Okay.
Some 40 years later. Is Pepsi doing the same thing as it did in the 70s and 80s? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Alright?
Next question.
Yeah.
That wasn't really a question. But...
I'm just, just had to throw it in. I thought it was interesting, right? From Silvers, why has RFP still not sent King Lightning's trophy? Because it is now King Recon's trophy.
It's King Recon's trophy.
It's
right?
King Recon's trophy, alright? King Recon's trophy.
Mm-hmm.
From the original patron, Guts. For Eric, I think this is
Yes.
either or situation.
Alright.
Eric, a romantic dinner with Dritz where he picks you up in his Ford Civic,
Ford Civic.
rings the bell wearing a black suit and treats you just as how you deserve to be treated as a king. Or a 6-hour drive with Joy Boy where he
Fuck.
exclusively talks about the genius behind the character Gaimon.
Dritz.
Now, Dritz is going to treat you right. I don't know what that means. Alright.
Just the first date, Christian.
Just the
I'm
first
a classy
date?
individual.
Classy individual.
I expect a feed.
A free dinner.
I expect maybe some liqueur.
But you will have to hear about Dritz's sadness.
You'll tell me about his family and
His sad
everything,
backstory.
But I can meme him. Now, Joy Boy might
Crash
get in
the
a car
car.
accident because I will punch him in the head.
Who's driving?
All right.
Who's
6
driving?
hours long dive.
Who's driving though?
I feel like it'd be safer if he was driving
Okay.
because a blood vessel might pop.
So we're going to take the romantic dinner with Dritz. Alright.
Sure. Maybe I might do that regardless.
Now,
Know?
it is a romantic dinner with Dritz.
Where's he taking me?
So there might be a little implication at the end.
There's no implication,
I
Christian.
think there might be a little implication.
Maybe after a couple.
Alright.
All right. We're all class here. Dritz doesn't know how to make the move. All right.
That's true.
You expect Dritz to know how to make the move?
Dritz does not have the charisma.
I'll be waiting, and he won't make the move. You know.
You're gonna have to tell him. All right. Dritz doesn't have the charisma. All right. Okay. I guess that's fair. All right. From Bardock.
Yeah.
All right. He's got some interesting facts for us.
All right. Okay, Andre.
Okay, yeah, Andre. The man who's
Old school man.
Old school man, always looking for blood.
Yes.
All right. Zoran is a common Slavic name for dawn or daybreak.
Sure.
Do you think this has anything to do with Zora's backstory or future, or is this a coincidence?
What?
They're different. We can do this for any language and any character, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say coincidence. Why is his name Zora? Just is. It's cool. Zora, cool name.
Mm-hmm. Sanji's gonna be named Naruto because memes.
And then Naruto came out and didn't do it.
Yes.
So.
You
Yeah.
should have done it.
You should have done it. Alright, so. Don't know about the Slavic name theory. It's kind of weird, kind of different as well. It's not really Zora.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Zoran. Which is, Next question. From Dart, the brainless OP fan.
Okay.
You can enjoy the series.
Sure.
Apparently. Can Shanks cure Ligma? Shanks can cure anything.
Any element.
Any ailment you have.
Mm-hmm.
Alright? Any ailment. Alright? Or cause any plague. It's up to you.
If you want.
It's up to you, alright? His second question. Can you stop delaying the inevitable and do the Dressrosa recap?
It might happen, alright?
You get nothing. You lose.
That 6-hour stream is coming.
Here's the problem.
What's the problem?
Do I have...
Every time we do an arc recap, you make it real boring.
Because the facts have to be delivered.
Reading the dot points.
You can't... It's the last arc we have to do, and I'm not going to stop now.
Well, there's Whole Cake Island.
I'm not going to stop now.
Okay. Do you want to just skip Dressrosa and Rizzo? Never do Dressrosa.
Never, because we did do a Man of Order.
We didn't
for a
do
long
Foxy.
time. Foxy's not really an arc, though. What if we do the Foxy recap instead of the Dressrosa recap?
Dressrosa recap is brutality. Now, in some couple of years when we do the Wano recap.
It'll be even more brutality.
But, we have fun times, though.
We don't. Here's the thing: we don't need the whole cake. We don't need the Dressrosa. We don't need the Wano because we're here.
People forget, though.
Yeah, but we're here.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
we're in Dressrosa Saga.
Yeah.
The whole Carter saga.
Yeah.
Funny how we had to detour to Whole Cake Island to pick up Big Mom to come to Wano.
Exactly.
Really, at the end of the day, that was the plan.
Yeah.
To get Big Mom involved in this battle.
Anyway, Dressrosa recap.
How many chapters to get Big Mom into this war? Like 70?
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Will the Foxy recap come first?
Maybe.
Well,
If the brutality keeps on happening, Christian.
I'm gonna have to.
Sure.
All right. Next question from Tom. Do you think the fact of Hiyori being Kuromasaki will play any role apart from the money thing? Unless, I guess, Kiroshiro or Denjiro can, tell him the truth.
Is the multiple personality theory dead yet, or?
It's dead. It's fucking dead. It never was a thing, alright?
No, we knew it was never a thing.
It was never alive. But Kiroshiro, Denjiro could be like to Orochi, the one you loved is still alive and she's the daughter of Odin. It could be like that kind of fucking power in the face.
But
Hiyori's not here, which is weird.
where is she? Kondra's gonna get her.
Will Konjuro pick her up actually? And that's why he's late with Momonosuke? I guess.
Maybe.
Alright. From Toths, question. If Kaido is defeated this arc, is it too soon for the strongest character to be defeated? I believe that Blackbeard may become as strong as Kaido when Luffy gets to Raftel. If they fight there, but when... Who does world government have that is Kaido or Blackbeard level? No one.
No one.
And that's a fact.
But we'll see what happens.
If it is all of the animals together, or does Alkainu grow to become Kaido or Blackbeard level? Maybe. How can the final war against the world government compare to the fight against the Kaido? Does your theory about the world government teaming up with Blackbeard help make this possible? It all depends on if Oda wants to make the world government such a final villain or Blackbeard the final villain or both.
The eternal question.
It is the eternal question, and will we ever get an answer?
Ooh, eventually. We'll see the plot going in one direction at some point.
I could see a team up with Blackbeard because...
It seems like the outside of Wano Rampage is going to a full-scale Navy versus
the only
battle.
problem with the team up with Blackbeard is Alkainu.
He's a punk bitch.
You can't just say that, though.
I can.
You can't just say that. The problem with it... There's problems.
He bends the knee in the just roaster incident to the Gorosei.
He's getting mad, though. Okay.
After I take out these pirates, I'm going for you, Blackbeard. Shit like that.
Okay. Alright. So, we'll find out.
Well, his sole focus be on... Because, like, you know...
Well, let's answer the question.
If he sees Dragon, he's just going to go for Dragon. Does he necessarily care? Yeah.
Well, let's answer the question. Is Kage defeated this arc?
Defeated?
Yes.
Yes. Killed? No. You can't tell me Kaido's getting killed. The chances are so low.
Well, Kaido being killed solves problems.
Sure.
Kaido not being killed creates problems.
Yeah.
And we want to start getting rid of problems by the end of the story. That's all I'm saying. Do we really need Kaido hanging around until Luffy's Pirate King?
Tell me the percentage of Kaido dying.
It's a 50-50.
It's a 50-50. I don't know if it's a 50-50.
I think it's like
we can go 50.
I can see it either way, but like if he doesn't die, it just creates more problems. And like, I guess you could do like future stories where Kaido's the world.
Yeah.
Kaido's execution doesn't actually. All right. That's the last question.
Oda has an aversion to getting rid of characters.
Yeah, that's
and he spent so much effort on these emperors. Like, no. And yeah, the Navy.
So, surely Blackbeard is the only one who actually dies.
Sure.
Drowned, whatever. Alright?
Okay.
So that's the show.
There it is, another week. We got a chapter this week, hopefully. What do we...
What is there?
Let's confirm the Enies Lobby theory with the blueprints. Hopefully.
It is confirmed.
What?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the battle plans. I'm talking about
the Pluton.
That's got nothing to do with next week, Christian.
I mean, you said Eddie's Lobby and blueprints, so
Okay.
maybe I got confused there.
That's what I'm really looking forward to in the next coming weeks is actually understanding the plan and the battle arena, because that'll confirm or deny.
That's true. So
And you'll get to see Straw has to do some stuff.
maybe I think we're moving over to Kaido.
Will Kid say something edgy next week?
No doubt.
Okay.
If Kid's in the chapter, he says something edgy.
Alright.
And that's always a fact.
When's he gonna get real though?
When he backstabbed Luffy at the end of the arc.
Or is it gonna be a Bellamy situation where he's like, yeah, alright, Luffy, I'll take the V for card.
But I'm not joining.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. But there we go. There's the chapter. Look forward to next week. I think we're gonna focus on Kaido. Because what are the Alliance doing?
The Sun, the Flying Six.
Yeah, what are the Alliance doing?
Of course, if we see the Flying Six designs, get ready for the Who's Strongest.
I think we're getting the double page spread of that banquet hall.
Okay.
That's what I think we're getting. Big
Double
Mom in
page-
the kimono.
There's going to be a lot of double price spreads this week. So
Characters.
it's not going to be a long chapter.
Not gonna be a long chapter, it's gonna be showing some shit, alright?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I assume. And Shanks is the God King.
Good night.